Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Vlad, and you're watching the All Tanks, All Tens Mega Series, where I take every tank spec from character creation to doing all tens in the War Within Season 3. Currently, we're working on VDH. VDH I have not played before. I've leveled it to max level in Dragonflight, and that's about it. And then during this series, of course, I did the stream where I leveled it up. I did a stream where I did some delves, after setting up Twitch and making it work again, after having it broken for a while. Yada yada yada, getting sidetracked. Then yesterday I did another stream where I did another 4 delves, and we did all of the M0s excluding Tazavesh dungeons because I didn't feel like doing that to myself. So I have very limited tank experience, and so grouping is going to be very interesting with this spec. That's for sure. From my current experience, it's gonna be a bit of a toughie, guys. It's gonna be a bit of a toughie. But we've already gotten the 693, equipped 693. With item level 694 being the total. I think that includes warband bank upgrades that I can get. But what are we going to do in this video? First of all, I'm going to open up all the vaults. I'm going to start with other characters, and then this one is going to be the last one. If you're bored by that, make sure you use the chapters in the description or use the progress bar to skip ahead to a part of the video that you're interested in. After we get the the vaults done, then I'm going to probably do 4 delves. I'm probably after that going to do some weekly quests unless I really don't need to, but I'm probably going to have to do at least 1 or 2. The reason being, I would like to get my Sparks of Starlight because I have only gotten 2 sparks. I can get another 2. So there's quite a few things that I need to do here to set up and fully gear up this character. I'm looking at a potential 700 item level here by the time I'm done with all of this if I get very, very lucky. So that is something I'm a little bit excited about. I feel like the gear is definitely going to do more than just help. It's going to kind of carry me through this, but I am learning a new spec from scratch. I do get some help from you guys in the stream, but mostly my brain is just like, no, don't read that. No, don't read that. It's stressing me out. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, let's jump into the vaults on all the different characters. The first character we're going to open the vault on is a Frost DK. We're running Frost on this DK because, I don't know, it's first of all, it's overpowered, but I really only made this DK because I don't like Unholy, like the class fantasy doesn't appeal to me, and I want to play a DK. Immediately I see what I'm going to take. Ticking Sack of Terror is not a good trinket. These shoulders are absolutely massive upgrade. Perfect stats would be crit mastery, but I'm perfectly fine with just getting myth shoulder upgrades. This is amazing. Okay, wonderful. I'm not tierifying these because I have Force Head already. There's no reason to waste a tier or catalyzing token. I might do it in the future, who knows, but that is quite the upgrade. That is a 3 item level upgrade, but still much better potential upside here with that. Starting off good. The next character is going to be our Fury Warrior Derek. I've fallen in love with Fury Warrior because Slayer is actually doing relevant damage. So I've been really enjoying this character. Let's take a quick look at what we get in the vault here. We get a Sin-Stained Pendant on Myth, which is basically our best in slot item, I think. We get a Myth helmet up from a hero helmet. It has a socket in it already. And we get a Signet of Collapsing Stars, which is haste versatility. Now, I should probably sim this, but honestly, I think I'm going to go for the helmet because what I could get instead of the Sin-Stained Pendant is a crafted piece that is going to be 720 item level, which is perfectly fine, and that will have more mastery, which will be better for me. This seemingly has worse stats, but I'm currently low on crit. My crit is abysmally low. I only have 2.1k crit. I really don't even have any verse either. I'm just fully stacked in haste mastery, which is, believe it or not that good actually. So getting this with a bit of crit is going to be really nice. Plus, I'm upgrading to a myth piece instead of a hero piece, so I think we're gonna go for that. You could argue I should take this for the versatility, get some versatility, but I think I'm gonna go for this piece because yeah, I like that. Kaboom. Coming up next is the first character that we did in the All Tanks All 10 series, our human druid Eldarinth. We're gonna pop open the vault, see if we can't get ourselves a little upgrade. We've been playing this character some more because Bear is kind of my favorite tank. Unfortunately this is only a hero trinket, but apparently it is quite good. But let's see here. We have a Myth Versatility Mastery Ring, which is not horrible for us, not horrible at all. And we have a Myth Chest Piece, which also I think is not that bad. I think when it comes to picking hero pieces that I can get from just doing M+ and myth pieces, if that's my choice, I'm probably just going to go for the myth piece. A chest piece is always a good idea, I feel like. So instead of getting this ring, I'd rather get this chest piece. We're going to grab the chest piece. Very nice. And now here goes Zacho, our Brewmaster monk from the All Tanks, All Tens Mega Series. We're going to see what we get on that. We've done all the 10s, so we have 3 myth pieces to choose from. Okay. We have a... I mean, this is looking pretty good already. We have a myth pants too. Kind of awesome. Okay. And we have a myth shoulders. So all of these are basically amazing. All of them are great. I love them. I think out of all of these, probably the chest piece might be the best because it's the most stats per item level. They're all replacing champion pieces, so all of these are really, really nice. I should probably sim to see which ones give me the most bang for my buck, as it were. But I think I'm going to go with the chest piece or the legs. Sure, the shoulder would also be nice, but I have perfect stats on the shoulder, like secondary stats, so I'd rather get the increases here from these pieces. And I do feel like you're getting a bit more mastery instead of a bit more haste and crit. I feel like in general the chest seems to be the way to go, so we're gonna grab that, and that'll settle the situation on Zacho, our Brewmaster monk. It's honestly, it's not like I'm gonna play this character. Most characters from the All Tanks All 10 series, well, not most, just a few characters from the All Tanks All 10 series are probably not going to get played again. I'm going to be honest with you. Alrighty, so here we are. Let's get the vault for the Finder, the Seeker. The Seeker is a friend of mine. He really wanted to name the VDH character, and he wanted to call it the Finder. And since he's the Seeker, I decided to use the Seeker title, so I'm the Finder, the Seeker. Anyway, let's open up a loot piece for Vengeance. Come on now. I want a tier set piece. That's what I really want. We got gloves. That is more than I could hope for. And we got a chest piece on hero, which really pisses me off because I had a hero chest piece and I tierified it because I thought I could get 4 piece in the previous stream. I'm stupid, okay? So I made a boo-boo, okay? I made a boo-boo. I should not have done it, but it's whatever. We now have these gloves that we could tierify. I think I have to take these because if I don't think I have tier set available. So I need to grab these gloves. We already have the chest piece, and if I didn't have the chest piece, I'd probably grab the chest piece and then I'd tierify other pieces and blah, 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 blah. But I'm stupid, so here we are. I made a mistake, okay? I'm sorry. This necklace is actually really, really nice, but I like I said, I have to take the tier piece. So I'm just going to take this. We're going to have 2 set. It's going to be great. We're going to have a fun time. Everyone's going to be happy. It's wonderful. Really, truly. We also seem to have a +2 key from opening the vault. Or am I stupid? Where did that come from? Or is it from having the Cracked Keystone quest? Because obviously I haven't done any M+. I have no rating, no nothing. That's a little confusing. But we have our 2 set, and by the end of the episode, we're going to have our 4 set as soon as I see what other hero piece I get. Because I'm going to go ahead and summon in Kaiveza if I need to get my Delver's Bounty, which will give me another hero piece. Now let's see which delves are bountiful. I'm not going to bother you too much with the delving. I'm literally just going to show you what loot I get. Other than that, I don't think anyone is really interested in me watching me do delves. This is one thing that really annoys me. Why can't I get the World Soul quest here? That is very confusing to me. Do you guys know why that happens? I really don't get it. Ooh, Emissary of War. 4 dungeons on Mythic difficulty will give me a very good piece of loot. A hero piece from the raid, I believe. I'm gonna pick up all of the weekly quests. Wait, there's no weekly delve quests? What the heck? Man, there's like no weekly quests to do. What is going on with that? I don't know how that works. That's a little bit confusing, but whatever. We're gonna go and do some delves anyway. It doesn't really matter. The reason I'm looking for weekly quests is again because I want the Sparks of Starlight, so that I can craft myself some more pieces. I'm going to do at least 3 delves. We're going to do them at tier 11 because at tier 11 you get 7 Gilded Crests at the end. With an additional bonus for doing Kaiveza, you get another 10. So you get 31 Gilded Crests. I'm going to end up with 62 Gilded Crests total, and that is going to be enough for me to get myself a 720 piece, which is probably going to be my weapon. I'm going to recraft it. So that is going to be wonderful. I'm going to go jump into some bountiful delves, and I'll show you what I get from them. Alrighty, now we have to collect all of the gold, of course. That is the first thing we need to do when we step into the end room of a delve. We have to check for mislaid curiosities. That does not seem to be present. So we're going to grab a left bountiful heavy trunk. We're going to accept the quest you get for doing the first delve of the week. The right bountiful heavy trunk, shadowed flickering spoils. A Nemesis Strongbox. For some reason, I didn't find all the Nemesis mobs. It's a little bit weird, but whatever. Gilded Stash, and then Bountiful Coffer. Let's see if we get a Delver's Bounty, because we're kind of just looking for that. We got a shoulder with crit verse. We have a haste mastery shoulder. I kind of like the haste mastery shoulder more. Although honestly, I'm okay-ish with the haste. I need more haste. I think I want more haste than this. The crit's a little low. The verse is a little high. So maybe not a little high. I have more verse than I have crit, which is not good. It should be the other way around, from what people have been telling me in the stream. So there is that. The Ether Gauze is something I will check for here on Zaran. There's the Ether Gauze. Ether Gauze would make me feel very safe. So I'm just gonna, yep, there we go. We're gonna just, we're just gonna take one, and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna use it probably instead of the Empowering Crystal of Anubicage. So let's just swap that out real quick. There we go. And move on to the next elf. Actually, scratch that. What we're going to do instead is we're going to do some weekly quests to get restored coffer keys so that we can actually go do bountiful delves. I need at least 2 restored coffer keys. I also would like to get the Sparks of Starlight. Yes, the Sparks of Starlight is what I wanted to say. So we're going to go do some weekly stuff, see if we can't get ourselves some lovely restored coffer keys. Or Sparks of Twilight. Not Twilight, Starlight. Jesus Christ, Vlad. Get it together. And with these, we will be done with a weekly quest. It'll give us a cache. It'll give us a Fractured Spark of Starlight, not Twilight, dumbass. And we're going to get a Radiant cache, which will only contain 50 coffer key shards. But since I did this last week as well, we already have 50 of those, and now we have a restored coffer key. Beautiful. It is 35 minutes past the hour, which means we can go to the Undermine and do surge pricing if it isn't already completed, because somehow people just do that super quickly. Oh, people are working on it already. I need to go get the quest before I even do anything, so let's please hopefully not have an issue here where I don't get enough of these completed. Hold on. First, I need to pick a cartel. Quickly. I want to sign a contract. Yeah, sure, this. Let's go. Okay, we grab this. We get Urge the Surge. We accept. Okay. I don't think I can complete a job to get the generous tip chest here. All right, give me a job. Come on. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? What am I looking for? Shit, they completed that one, so I have to wait for the next one. All right, well, let's do a job, and then we're going to let everyone else kind of just spam their jobs in until we get the last one, which I don't think I will get. There we go. We did one of the jobs. We got a Weathered Crest. Wow, crazy. And now I think we kind of just have to sit here and wait for the last tip chest to be collected. I can't say I'm too excited about that, but I guess I may as well do jobs in the meantime. Speed this process up for myself and everyone else included. Oh, it looks like it's a package one. Those are my favorite because you just have to drive around.
A few moments later.
I honestly, I should have known better than to participate in search pricing. It randomly just disappeared. So I don't know if it completed or whatever the f happened, but I didn't get the quest. I think this is the single buggiest weekly quest in the game. So I'm just going to abandon this piece of shit and move on. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to go over to Sir Finley Murgleton and we're going to grab a couple of these. I think I have some more undercoin I can transfer over. Let's just grab 10 so that we can buy another key right here. Boom. And then we're going to pop those open and then we're going to have 3 keys to show for it because I had the one from the coffer key shards. And we're going to go do the rest of the delves because I don't feel like actually sitting here and waiting for the weekly quests and whatnot. I don't feel like doing that. And we could potentially get a bunch of Fractured Sparks of Starlight from doing the weekly or from doing the delves. I'm going to also grab myself a Shrieking Quartz. We're going to put it over here in our inventory so that we can use that in case we don't get a Kaiveza to show up. Or if we don't get the Bounty or Delver's Bounty or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't even matter. So let's jump into doing the rest of the delves. All right, now if I get lucky, there's going to be a train spawning in here any moment now. And I can just, if I manage to live long enough. Oh, and I do manage to live long enough. Look at that. Okay, chains. Yeah, that took care of most of that. Okay, good enough for me. And that's another delve, a dunzo. We managed to get a gate, so it was very quick. We got it pretty early on in the delve. I'm very happy about that. We're collecting all of the gold. There's no curiosities in here, so we have to grab left bountiful, right bountiful, nemesis, gilded stash, and then of course the bountiful coffer. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We did not get a Delver's Bounty, so in the next delve, I need to get to the respawn point use my Shrieking Quartz, and then finish it. We did, however, get a crit mastery ring that could be replacing this haste verse ring. We're going to put that down here and probably make use of that, honestly, because I'm a little bit low on the crit department. On to the next delve. There we go. We got another delve done. This is the final one that we can do that will give us Gilded Crest, so that's really nice. If Bran would just actually want to open this door, that would be wonderful. You know what I just realized? I didn't summon in Kai'Veza, so it looks like we're doing a 4th delve. Hey, you my loud. Yeah, let's just grab this gold first, of course, and then doesn't seem to be any mislaid curiosities. We're going to open up left Bountiful Heavy Trunk, right Bountiful Heavy Trunk, Nemesis Strongbox, Gilded Stash, and then Bountiful Coffer. I'm super annoyed with myself because I did not want to do a 4th delve, but here we are. A Symbiotic Ether Gauze of Veteran Tier. We'll put that down here next to the other Warbound gear. And we got ourselves a crit haste ring. Are you kidding me? This is actually different from the other crit haste ring we have. So this is even better than the crit mastery ring we got. That is that is awesome. It even has a socket, so I save a bit of gold on the jeweler setting. That is so good, actually. Holy shit. Nice. Me likey very much. Very lucky with the rings on this character. We already got one from delves like this. Lots of haste, a bit of crit, and now we have one that's roughly equal. Bit more haste, which is also better. I mean, I'm loving this. 15k haste now, 11k crit. Mastery is finally getting a little bit lower. 11k mastery as well. I want to drop that down, and I want to get some verse instead of mastery. Ideally, I'd have about 10k verse, but honestly, I'm not at the point where I want to min-max my stats just yet, so this is perfectly fine. Very nice. I'm super happy with that. Holy crap. Well, since we have only one more delve left to do, we're going to use the Delvo bot to go to it, and it is, I think, the Skittering Breach, which I was trying to avoid because I don't like doing Skittering Breach, but here we are, you know? Hopefully I don't forget to summon Kai'Veza this time. That would suck even worse. All right, let's see if this takes care of him. We got another portal, which is amazing. Oh, this is wonderful. This brought them down so low that this is going to be really, really quick. But yeah, we got another portal, so we don't actually have to do Skittering Breach. And you know what? I just realized I can't do this. I have to die. I have to jump down. I need to summon in Kai'Veza. So I literally cannot do this. Shut up with the strategy, Bran. The strategy was to die so I don't complete this. So I can summon in Kai'Veza. Hold on. So I need to get a roundabout over there for the summoning thing. I almost just... Oh my goodness, that would have been so annoying. Alright, well, I'm just going to have to deal with a few of these enemies. But goodness gracious, I almost managed to forget Kai'Veza again. That would have been beyond annoying. But here we are. Oh, it looks like Bran brought us some friends. Of course he did, because why wouldn't he? It's a good way to waste my time, so he is more than keen enough to do so. Try to group everything up with a chain sigil and then drop a bazillion bombs from this line on him. That should take care of things much more quickly than spamming 1-2 could. I think here with my glide, I am able to get over to... There we go. Ain't that just perfect? Ain't that just perfect? All right, now let's summon in Kai'Veza before I forget again somehow magically. And I'm a little bit nervous because we're fighting over here, but you know what? Maybe I just go... Yeah, well, never mind. She's spawning over there. So the reason I'm nervous about this is because of elevation differences. Elevation differences when fighting Kai'Veza can be very, very devastating. But I think I can kind of just trick it out here a little bit. Yeah, I only need to get her to 50%. All right, she's gonna summon in Dark Massacre in a second here. I gotta look for where... Okay, the one's spawning in from over here. We gotta keep looking at it. Where's the other one? Okay, the other one almost kills me. She goes away. Holy shit, I lived that. What the hell? This spec is OP. I'm never gonna die. Famous last words. But yeah, that was really nice, actually. I'm super happy that I didn't kick the bucket there, as it were. But now we need to make our way back to where the portal was, because I don't actually want to do the rest of this delve. We're going to open up what Kai'Veza has for us. Delver's Bounty, very nice. Another ring, this one Versatility, Heavy Mastery. I don't know if that's worth anything for me, to be honest with you. So I'm probably just going to enter this. But hey, you know, the game wants me to have a big selection of rings. Can I jump up there? Yes, I can. That's perfect. Hopefully Bran doesn't pull a bunch of things. If he does, well, oh, never mind. He just teleported to me. That's wonderful. Let's go back. Beat the shit out of the one boss that we had left. Goodness gracious. Funnily enough, that's the same boss that I have to kill to finish the delve I'm doing. And it looks like it didn't even drop health. Very nice. Okay, I'm very happy about that. And bada boom, 50% means it's going to go away soon, probably after it's done casting all that. And that'll complete the delve for us. Go on. Yeah, there you go. Very nice. Ba-boom. We got ourselves the bountiful delve completion thing with the hidden trove. That's what I'm trying to say. Hidden trove, that's the thing. Left bountiful, right bountiful, nemesis strongbox, bountiful coffer, and then of course the hidden trove, which will get us... Is that a chest piece? Are you kidding me? Another chest piece. God damn it. I keep getting... Well, unfortunate, but that's just how the cookie crumbled. Okay, well, the game's trolling me. I got a hero chest piece from the first Delver's Bounty. I got another one now, and I got a hero chest piece in my vault. So the game is just, it really wants me to have chest pieces. Hold on, before anybody gets pissed at me, I do know that I can leave Delve like this. It makes zero difference. I save about 5 seconds of time. Well, I'm just happy that I did manage to remember to summon in Kaiveza. Now, what is our spark situation? Our spark situation is pretty shit. Okay, so I want to farm out the sparks, craft myself the things. I do have the gilded ethereal crests, which I can then use to craft. I'm probably going to recraft my weapon, or I might actually consider crafting a belt, the adrenal surge clasp. Is that good for this spec? I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. I kind of also don't care. I think I'd rather craft myself a wrist, considering my wrists are 1 out of 8. So I'm going to go and do some weeklies. I'm not really going to show you any of that. I'll just show you when I start crafting, okay? So see you then. Hey, there we go. That's the last one. 2 sparks acquired. So we can get 2 more items at a decent item level. Probably going to go for 704 with the enchanted rune crest. And we already have one that I bought before I had the sparks ready. So this is wonderful. Now the question is, what am I going to craft? By the way, if you need a guide on how to craft things with the new crafting system, I mean, I call it new, but it's not really all that new. It's been here since basically the start of Dragonflight. But if you need a guide for it, there is one on my channel, so you can check that out. I take about 10 minutes to go from start to finish and explain everything you need to do and how to do it. But I am now going to craft myself and recraft things using these crests that I just bought. So I'm going to recraft my main hand weapon to 720 using the gilded crest that I bought. And I'm going to craft myself a bracer as well as a necklace. And I feel like that is going to be the best way for me to increase my power level, as it were. So let's get that done. All right, we bought all the mats. We're missing Artisan's Acuity for the recraft. So I went and I picked up tailoring, Kazalgar tailoring. I'm now going to go down here, talk to the requisitions officer, Roldira, talk to this guy, talk to Roldira again, grab the tailoring satchel. You can grab any of them, doesn't matter. And ka-ching, look at that. We have a bunch of Artisan's Acuity. Who would have thunk it? Now we have everything we need to craft, so let's get that done. Alrighty, with that done, we can now equip these new items, and holy moly, 697. Gotta fix our transmog, gotta have the warglaves out after all. Not as high as I was expecting to go, but what we do still have is a few carved crests. So let's go spend those, and then maybe we can hit 698. Because there's probably something I can upgrade by a little bit. I'm thinking this ring, honestly. This ring's pretty dang good. Is there anything else I can upgrade with that? Probably trinkets. Okay. The ether gauze I can upgrade a little bit. Let's upgrade the ether gauze rather than the ring. I think I'll get more value out of that. So let's put that up to 4 out of 8. We already have the nether gated 4 out of 8. Now we just need 20 more carved crests. And we have card of the ethereal before doing any M+. That's kind of crazy. But I don't think I'll be doing that right now. I would have to go farm. What would I have to go farm? That's a good question, actually. Probably have to do the Koresh weekly quest, the special assignments. Then I would get 15 crests, I believe, out of the adventurer's cache. Is there anything else that gives carved crests in here? Maybe the world boss? Yes, the world boss does give carved crests. Do I actually bother doing this just to get carved of the ethereal? I'm going to do it just for the heck of it. Let's go. I don't need to do that, honestly, at this point, this item level. I'm kind of big chillin'. We could kind of go and just get all the 10s done and whatnot. I can even get 4-set. I need to remember to get 4-set. So many series I've done my early gearing and not gotten 4-set because I just forget about it. I would be very annoyed with myself if I didn't get the 4-set. I'm gonna do this one because it's super quick, and I'm going to do the puzzle box because it's really quick, and then I will do the world boss. That'll be 3 quests for the special assignment, and then when I do the special assignment, that'll give me more carved crests. The world boss also gives 15 carved crests, so we gonna be big chillin'. You know what makes me feel really stupid right now? The fact that I could just turn these weathered crests into carved crests and be done with it. Oh well, whatever. We'll have some more than we need, and we can turn those carved crests into ruined crests. And then we can use ruined crests to maybe upgrade, I don't know, like the hero piece that we have or something. Whatever, man. Boom, there goes the world boss. We got ourselves a... Does this world boss just drop belts or something? We got a cloth belt, I guess. For like the few minutes where I don't have the thing. Wait, this has been happening to me so much. Why did I not get the world boss quest completion? Why the heck did I not get the world boss quest completion? I literally just finished that world boss. I just murdered it. You know, I didn't get it because I don't have this open either. So I have to kill the world boss again. What is going on with that? I'm gonna log out and log back in just in case, you know, it's a turn it off and back on again kind of situation. But Blizzard, what the heck? Come on, man. I just killed the boss. Give me the freaking quest completion. Yep, logging out didn't give it to me, but at least I can, you know, try again or something. I don't know. Oh, people are already fighting it. Let's go. All right, please give me the quest credit this time. Please. I don't want to do this again. Have I gotten the quest? I have gotten the quest. I've gotten the carved crests. That's good. Good. Very good. All right. It took 2 tries, but at least I got it done. And now we can do the special assignment for the cache, which will give me more carved crests. Very good. And there we go. We've completed the quest. Let's open this up. Do I get carved crests? I got a restored carve. I got only 5 of them? Why did I only get 5 of them? I guess that works because I really only needed 20 to complete what I wanted to complete. So let's Hearthstone the heck out of here and go upgrade the last piece of gear, which is this ring. Oh, come on. Time to get carved of the ethereal. Okay. Hold on. It was this ring. 2 upgrades. Does that give me carved? That does indeed give me carved of the ethereal achievement. And I literally just... That's amazing. Holy shit. This character has how much slash played? 22 hours, 32 minutes, 51 seconds. At max level, it's been 12 hours and 12 minutes. So I've been playing this character for 12 hours at max level and I'm 698. And the best thing is, I think I can actually get some carved crests like I was saying. So let's buy as many of these as we can. Seems to be 4 of them. Okay, 4 packs of carved crests. That's perfect actually, because I need 3 at least to be able to buy myself a ruined pack. There we go, and we're gonna buy a ruined pack. Very nice. And then I think I have 23, which is 2 upgrades. That is awesome. So basically the only hero piece I have is this chest piece. I think I'm just gonna upgrade the chest piece twice and leave it at that, because I don't know, maybe I should upgrade these trinkets, but I don't know. I feel like just the chest piece is the better bet, because anything I get from +6 keys or higher is going to be a higher item level than the things I have equipped, minus the belt and chest now, as well as any crafted pieces, of course. So those will be upgraded for free. And by for free, I mean just Valor Stones, because, you know, Blizzard decides to keep Valor Stones as a currency. Now it's time to get tier set. I did not forget. We're just quickly going to check which things give us the best stats. Pants give us crit haste, so we're going to grab pants for sure. And between shoulders give crit verse, and helmet gives heavy mastery and a bit of haste. I'm going to go for the shoulders, because crit verse is pretty decent and mastery is supposedly a poo-poo stats. So now we have 4 set. Okay, this character, genuinely, I think it's about as decked out as you can get without jumping into M+, unless I wait for more time or maybe do normal raid, I guess. But I think even that is kind of not worth it. Normal raid, other than the last few bosses, I think gives carved crests. I've decked out everything in carved crests. Unless I get free upgrades or something, this is pretty much it. Holy shit. The only thing left to do is to enchant things, and I will do so. And then we're going to try and jump into a +6 key. I am so decked out in gear, it's not even funny. 4 set equipped. Goodness gracious. And friends, with that, with all the enchants, with all the gems, with all the Reshi fiber things that I forgot to actually get, I got the haste ones, kind of thinking about the crit ones. But yes, with all of that, we are as geared as we're gonna be. We're a smidge away from 699, but the 69 is in there. Nice. We can get started. So our distribution of stats is currently Very haste heavy, and it's got a good chunk of crit. I'm going to get a good chunk of crit from using a crit flask, which I will use once I'm ready to do some content. Versatility and mastery is kind of okay. I would like a bit more versatility because it's just kind of nice to have that flat damage percent reduction. It would also help us do more damage with Chaotic Nethergate, which is ridiculously potent. For some reason, this thing just does a lot of damage, and I don't really understand why. But friends, it is time to find myself a +6 key. I'm going to try and get something that's relatively easy to do, something where there isn't a whole bunch of grouping, because I've not done any M+ on this character. I've done M0s, but, well, the first few were a bit rough, and then people started cutting me some slack and giving me some time to group mobs to get aggro, and then it was significantly easier. But pugs don't give a fuck about that. Pugs are going to just go ahead and smash the mobs as soon as they see them. So I think I may need to step up my game, but it's time for the first key I ever do as a BDH. I am thinking I could go for a Dawnbreaker. I could go for Streets of Wonder or Celia's Gambit. All of those. Celia's Gambit is interesting because of the first pull, but other than that, I feel like I'm kind of okay. Everything is pretty easy to group. You know what? Why would I take it easy on myself? Let's find something that's interesting to group. These 3 dungeons are super interesting to group mobs up in. So let's see. Let's be the 3rd Demon Hunter in this +6 Priory. You know what? 3rd Demon Hunter is exactly what this comp needs to be rounded out perfectly. So let's see if we can join this group and help them out. I will also apply to other groups, but it would be really funny if I could get into this triple. Yeah, I got instantly declined. They don't like the fact that I'm at 698 with 0 rating. That is a red flag to some people, apparently. Let's also include Floodgate in this. Floodgate has some interesting pulls to group. There's an Ara Kara that has popped up. We've been declined by the group with 2 Demon Hunters. That is unfortunate. Let's take a look at this Floodgate. Oh, Ara Kara has been procced. Let's see how this goes. This should be interesting, friends. Again, what you should expect from me is not much. I'm probably going to have issues with aggro. I'm also probably going to have issues with positioning and repositioning mobs because I'm not used to using the sigils and stuff. So yeah, let's see how this goes. And here we go with a +6 Ascendant thingy with the stuff. Ara Kara, there we go. I've asked the group to not rip aggro off me while I'm grouping because I am not very good at BDH yet. So there is that. We're going to go ahead and hit these guys. We're going to jump down here. We're going to go over here and hit these guys. We're going to double jump backwards like so. Kaboom. We're going to throw a glaive here. Once we can, we will grab these guys as well. And I think that's about it. We're going to hunt here. Fell them for aggro, and I think I'm good. Yeah, that should be it. That was a little bit slow, I feel like. I could have probably done that quicker, but I just felt like I really wanted to focus in on what I'm going to do. So, with this series, I think the focus is going to be me learning VDH, because the other tanks I've played before, and I kind of knew how to play them to a decent extent. Like, I knew the fundamentals. Here with this tank, not so much. I definitely need to learn a bit. Okay, we built up a little bit of resources here, nothing crazy. We're gonna try and group up everything of these small mobs over here, and then we're going to silence these and put a flame sigil down on them. And we're going to do chain sigil. I'd love to. I'm just gonna have to do this. Somebody does kick the mini boss. I am looking for a kick on this guy. There we go. Somebody did finally kick it. We're gonna kick it again to just keep it grouped up as nice as possible. We're gonna put down a Misery Sigil. Kind of wasted that because the monk already took care of it. We're going to taunt this last little guy here. That should take care of aggro. And look at that. We're living. I'm not too worried about living. My gear is more than enough to sustain me through this. But I'm very focused on grouping. And I don't know how well I'm doing, but I'm trying my best. And that's all I can do right now. As I progress through the series, as I do more and more keys, I'll get more and more practice, and that's what really matters, is getting that practice in. All right. Feldev for aggro, 360 Feldev. Woo! Let's go, baby. We're going to kick this guy, and that should be okay. We're going to hunt into him, send out the Eldrachi Glaive, and then we're going to 1-2. And we could do it again. I kind of shouldn't. Probably shouldn't have done that, but, you know, sometimes mistakes are made, and I get excited because I can send a Reaver Glaive out because I know I'm about to do a bunch of damage. We have a new glaive ready. I kind of don't want to pull into next. I want to grab those mobs and drag them into the boss. So I'm going to position in a way where I can do so. Let's double jump back this way. Quick explosion like here. Hit these guys with a soul cleave. and I should be all about done here. Okay, and Feldev, once they group up a little bit, I'm going to put down a fiery brand as well. Okay, nice. Nice. People are giving me a second to group things. That's so nice. Oh my god. I just needed to ask. That's it, really. I just needed to ask. Ask and you will be given what you want. I kind of did fracture second. That's not what I'm supposed to do. But hey, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. What I'm talking about is the hero talents. After I use the Reaver's Glaive, what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to fracture and then soul cleave in order to get the most out of my hero talents, so to speak. So I just did that in the wrong order. I accidentally sent soul cleave first, and what that does is it gives me less AoE. And we all want more AoE. I mean, that's how you pad your damage numbers out. I'm doing some pretty decent damage here. I think I'm just way ahead of this mage in item level. No, not that much. 5 item levels. I guess that works out. All right, now we're going to focus on moving this attendant. We want to move this attendant. When he starts casting, we kick immediately. There we go. We got the kick out. We're going to send out this. We're going to send out the Reaver Glaive over there. Fracture into Soul Crash, or Soul Cleave, sorry. We're going to use this to group up the attendant. Everything's grouped. We're going to taunt the attendant here because somebody is ripping aggro on them. We're going to hunt this while charging through all of these. And now we can focus back on Attic. Attic is our focus now. We spam some Soul Cleave. I feel like I am effectively immortal and don't have to worry about my HP at all. This spec is kind of busted as far as that is concerned. As living's easy, man. I need to make more use of Fell Devastation, though. I'm gonna have to think of a way to just use Fell Dev, or make maybe a WeakAuras that's gonna help me remember to use Fell Dev earlier in a pull. That's something I need to focus on, but bit by bit, I'll get there. Now, percent-wise, we are pretty much done with the dungeon. I don't have to worry about it too much at all. I guess people kind of want to start dragging these guys. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Can I jump like this? Yes, I can. Jump onto these guys, try and get some damage out on them to have some initial aggro. I'm going to put down a sigil here. That should take care of most of them. And we're ready to go to boss. I'm going to Reaver's Glaive to get aggro, taunt to make sure that it sticks to me while it gets to me so I can melee it. I did ping that I'm going to be going towards here. I have a chain sigil so I can use that on the mobs behind me. That is wonderful. I'm going to use chain sigil like so, and we're going to put down a flame and a spite. We're going to send our Reaver Glaive towards them, and we're of course going to hit the boss with our empowered abilities. Very nice. Okay. I'm going to continue trying to stack. Okay, people are stacking on top of me. This group knows what's up. These are alts. These are not new players. These are just alts. All right, we're going to move in this direction because I saw that was the first thing I saw, someone move in this direction. That works out. I'm going to position roundabout here. We have a hunt ready. I think I'm not too close to these. I don't have a Sigil of Chains available, but I do have Misery and a stun. So actually I don't have Misery, I just have a stun. The boss is a little bit too close. Boss is a little bit too close, but maybe Feldev. Ooh, that was my bad. We're going to, oh man, that sucks. We need to kill this boss quickly. My bad. So I positioned too aggressively. We have this big AoE going out. Healer's struggling to heal us because he has to move as well, and he has to move away from boss. That was my bad. Got too close. Yeah, I got too close to the mobs. I shouldn't be that close. But we lived, so I guess everything works out. That was a lesson learned. If the legs are on top of the mobs when you turn the boss sideways, you are too close to the boss. Let's try and get some aggro here. We're going to look for a kick on this thing. Let's do this. Spread these out, and people need to get closer to me if they want me to actually get aggro off of them. This seems to be fine for now. Spite Sigil is going to go down. That should give me aggro, hopefully. No, it doesn't. That is unfortunate. Our shaman almost goes down. We're kind of struggling here a little bit because of my aggro issues. Let's just Feldev. Just Feldev, bro. You Feldev, you're fine. I even macroed my trinket, the Chaotic Nethergate, into the Feldev. So Feldev should be helping me out a little bit more here than I'm letting it. All right, the Web Mage is the only real threat that remains. I do have a stun available. We're going to go ahead and use that on these, and that is beautiful. Okay. So the Bloodworkers, I would like them to also perish before we move on. I'm going to go ahead and pull this group and pull into here and pull this group. I think maybe a hunt is in order, and then regroup and then do this. Oh man, okay, we got the kick in finally on the Web Mage, so now it's moving up to where we are. I'm moving around my wounded quarry onto the web mage because I want the web mage dead first. So a little bit of prio damage I can do with my hero talents is quite nice. Okay, that's the web mage dead. I kind of want these blood workers or whatever. I want them dead as well so that we don't have to worry about them jumping around while we're fighting big stuff. There is a big bug over here. It's Feldev. There we go. Feldev should do the trick. I failed to kick the web mage. I wasted my kick completely, but that's okay. We have the blood guard coming in. Kind of a little bit worried about that. We're going to be okay though. I think we just need a kick on the web mage now, and we can move into the next group. I'm going to kick it myself, and then let's do one of these. That should group everything up. Taunt the blood guard. Very nice. Spite sigil goes down. Should give me aggro. I'm going to stun everything so I can stun the sentry. That's the real big deal here. Okay, we're looking at another kick. I keep failing my kicks like a dum-dum. I'm going to use, never mind, Earthquake manages to stun the sentry or CC the sentry so we don't have to worry about the CC for just a moment here. And I'm going to hold Feldev here. I'm going to have it for the next group so I can actually, you know, have them have the aggro right as I start. I'm also going to hold this Reaver Glaive for the next group. We have a couple of mobs here that were up to no good. There might be starting to make some trouble in my neighborhood. I'm gonna go ahead and kick this web mage as soon as I can and group it over here. I don't need to pull this mob, but I don't know. Let's put down one. That doesn't reach, bro. That doesn't reach. Let's put down a silence on those. That should make them move over. Not really. Not if you don't have aggro. Bad idea. Bad idea, Vlad. Bad idea. Let's kick the volley. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I am new to this and it's showing very much. A freeze trap helps us out from the hunter, keeping that one guy at bay. I don't have a kick available. I do have a stun for the orbs. That is good. All right. Let's kick this and we're going to go ahead and hunt. I hunted the wrong mob. I wanted to hunt the web mage. Oh no. I'm so bad. Oh, I messed everything up. This could have been a lot cleaner, and I do apologize. But yeah, you gotta learn somehow. Let's do this. Nice. Let's put this down. Boom. Everything's grouped. Web mage needs to get interrupted. I will have a stun soon, not just yet, but we're going to put down a Sigil of Misery, and that'll do the trick, I believe. We also had a stun totem go down, and Earthquake is, of course, always helping us out. 3 seconds until we have a Chaos Nova available. I don't think I need it. I'm going to quickly just grab these guys in case I do need those, and we're going to just go next. I think that's the best call I can do right now. I could skip the big mobs here. Oh, I don't have Vengeful Retreat. Oh, man. I'm so bad. Oh, this is embarrassing. I could skip. What I could do is I could skip this pack if I had enough percent from before, but I don't think I do. I'm gonna have to take a look at my route here, see what all I pulled, and see if I could have skipped this blood guard and the blood workers on it. But the way I could do that is I just infernal strike down from the stairs here. And then we don't have to fight this one blood guard. It takes a while to kill them, and then the adds next to them don't really take all that much damage because he's giving them 50% DR, and then you have to kind of finish them off after you kill him. And they jump around, so if you have a bunch of ranged, like, you can see them just jumping around a whole bunch right now. If people just stacked up, it would be a lot easier, but I guess I'm kind of just keeping them in the middle because then they can still get cleaved. I don't know, man. I don't know what the best choice is here. Our mage is AFK, actually. That is true. Our mage is just kind of sitting there. Well, they're offline. Looks like we're 4-manning this, but I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. All right, a hunt into a jump over here, just so I can reposition the frontal away from everyone else. Very nice. Okay, a add will spawn in here. I'm going to put this down on it, and then we're going to put a sigil down here. I should take care of most of them. Very nice. Frontal goes out on me. I wasn't really positioning for that. I'm going to put down a yoink like this. That should make a group up over here. Keep it in range for me to interrupt if I need to. It doesn't look like I do. And now we stick to the right side of the circle. There's fewer of us. I guess there being fewer of us does not actually help us in any way. Obviously, we're losing 1 DPS. But what I was going to say is maybe we get fewer of these tornado thingies. I don't think I do. I think it's all the same. Okay, we're going to have to prematurely end that. Never mind. I didn't prematurely end that enough. What I was trying to do was I was trying to use my Infernal Strike to jump out of my Feldev and just avoid that frontal, but that didn't really work out for me at all. So There's that. We're still making good time here. The DPS, luckily the DPS that is offline is actually our lowest DPS. Somehow even lower than me. I think it's due to them being AFK, less so than them being bad or something. They may just have an issue in real life or something that they had to attend to. It's understandable. Sometimes shit happens. A little bit unfortunate that it's happening during something like this, like M+, but shit happens and then you die. It's basically life. All right, he's gonna start heading towards the middle. Nope, never mind. He's gonna do a charge, which means maybe we get another ad. We do get another ad. I'm going to taunt it. I'm gonna kick it as soon as I can. Right now, boss is heading to middle. Bounce takes care of this. We're going to Feldev real quick before he starts sending out those frontals, so I can get my demon form for a little bit. Why not? There we go. This person was rooted, but we killed the ad. I didn't have to interrupt it. Not that I needed to save my interrupt. There's nothing left to do. All right, I'm excited. I'm having fun. New spec. I'm not sucking too bad like we're doing this. I'm not doing this in a 10 and not knowing what's going on. I'm going to try and clear all the 6s just because I feel like I need the practice in an environment where my mistakes won't wipe the group or brick the key. And so I have, you know, some leverage, some room for error instead of just, you know, the second I mess up, ripperoni, keyeroni, you know? Especially since I'm not doing my own key. There we go. Without the mage, we did manage to kill this boss. It took us 3 minutes almost to kill him, but that's kind of, let's act like it's tyrannical. Then it would have been kind of the same, it feels like, because that boss takes forever, especially with ranged DPS. All right, let's dash with Fellblade. We're going to look to group some mobs here. We're looking to pull these guys. I'm going to CC all of this with maybe my sigil. Looks like everything's fine. We're going to go ahead and hit these guys with a glaive. We got a glaive reset, it feels like. We're going to hit another glaive. We're trying to make these dipshits drop their, what are they called? Drop their little oozes over to the side so we don't have any issues with that. All right, we're going to hunt now into a glaive, into a thingy. We're going to jump out because we're rooted basically. Because we're not getting dispelled by our healer, unfortunately. But we're rooted basically by the drones hitting us over and over again. Okay, we got some dispels. Now we can move again. I was about to type out, I need dispels here. But it looks like our friend here realized and helped us out. Okay, nice. Let's get into it. We're going to hit these guys. I'm going to jump on them just to assert dominance. Then I'm going to jump down here. Use a sigil, use another sigil. Sigil spite. And Feldev should help me out here. We're gonna try and stun everything. Kick this one that wasn't kicked. Okay, nice. I feel like I'm in a good spot now. I'm gonna have to vengeful retreat because I have no other way to get out of that. We're gonna put down a flame sigil again, increase our parry chance against all of these guys. And we're now looking at a couple of carriers that were up to no good. I have no way to get out of this. I needed to kick that. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. Trying to get aggro. We do have a volley that went out. Revival was used probably to remove that poison from all of us. But this is not a good situation. Potentially also Shaman used poison cleansing totem. Okay, one kick is remaining on the Overseer Star. We're going to use this to get out of this. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm really having to like, you know my shit. Let's use a jump back. That also removes slows from us. I didn't know that. It doesn't say that in the tooltip. Interesting. Wait, remove all snares and vault away. Okay, never mind. It does say that in the tooltip. My bad. But okay, this was well handled for how clumsy I am on this spec right now. Let's put a sigil down and we should be done with that. We have percent. I don't know how much over percent I am. I have a feeling I am a little bit over percent because I do like to pull all the little shit kicker mobs that aren't really that important. All right, and mage is back. Do we wait for mage? I guess we wait for mage. We wait for mage. Mage can give us, well, I guess we have the shaman for bloodlust, but let's just wait for the mage to have them participate in the fight. PC crashed. Oh shit. Hit the mage with the big chillin' because they were very sorry. See, shit just happens sometimes. All right, mage is almost here. He's making his way down the stairs. Very opportune timing for them. They might get themselves a nice little trinky trink or something. Who knows? Let's see how that goes. I think our monk is going to give the mage movement speed, and he's going to transcendence back. Yeah, he gave them Tiger's Lust, so they move faster. And then a totem here. And let's get started. Okay, I don't have to worry about much melee. The only melee that there is our whatchamacallits, our healer, funnily enough. And our healer has transcendence and can use it to help himself out and get out of sticky situations. They're moving off to the side. We could position up around the boss, but it doesn't really matter where they move. Boss is absolutely melting with lust, and everyone having cooldowns guaranteed from just having to wait for the mage. Do I just go for a jump? Do I try to figure that out? We're gonna get the timing. Whoop, there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're gonna taunt this blood. We're going to send another thingy over there. There's a blood over here. We're gonna hit that with a sigillus spite, and kaboom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Gotta make sure I get those bloods down. Or get aggro on the bloods. People freak out about the bloods. They really don't do all that much damage in my experience. You can kind of just let them sit there and kind of hit you. I'm going to move the boss a little bit away from this puddle here because I want the monk to be able to use that puddle if he wants to. I'm going to reposition here so I'm not on top of the monk. I'm going to turn on friendly health bars just to make sure everything's fine. Our monk kind of got wrecked there. I may as well jump. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No. Okay, that was so bad. I jumped too soon and I got yoinked back. Okay, I did it wrong. I did it very wrong, and I'm very sorry. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I can see where people are. I gotta make sure I position in a way where it doesn't cause any issues. Our mage is getting hit by things. Oh no. It's a shit show. Okay, we have no CR, but I do have CR items. Like, we don't have a CR class. This is a bit of a shit show. But I don't think this was caused by me. I did mess myself up, but I don't feel like I'm at risk of dying or anything crazy like that. Like, I think I'm big chillin', as it were. Singularity goes out. I'm gonna just jump into this before I embarrass myself again, and we're gonna kick this. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And that's the boss dead. Okay, well, our first +6, our first key on the Demon Hunter went pretty well. We didn't get any loot, but I don't think I really need any loot, honestly. Maybe for the upgrades and whatnot, but yeah, that was pretty chill. I'm gonna hit them with the shill message, and I'm gonna peace out. See you around. What a group, what a run, what a day for me. Goodness gracious, we got a lot of loot, we got a lot of upgrades, we got a lot of crafting done, we got our cracked keystone quest done, we did our first key as VDH, clearly, because we got the keystone quest done. Oh, we even get the rep quest done because Ara Kara was the rep quest. Cool, let's get Koresh rep. It's the one I don't have at 25. The other ones are all maxed out. Very cool. Ooh, we can get more carved crests from the Koresh rep vendor or whatever. I wouldn't get enough to get myself rune crests, so I don't really care. But we do have some rune crests to spend, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to get this to 4 out of 6, and then I'm going to look to upgrade. Maybe let's just get the other gate. Let's look. How much damage did I do with that? Look, 8.3% of my damage was from chaotic nethergate. That's crazy. That is so much. Holy shit. Yeah, let's upgrade this bad boy, huh? I feel like that might be a good idea. There we go. 699 item level from all that. That is crazy. Is there anything actually I can upgrade? Hold on. Before I commit spending these crests on that, let's take a quick look at what my exact item level is. 699.5. So upgrading one thing one time with gilded crests is not going to give me 700 item level. So I think that's just not in the cards for us. At least not this episode, because I kind of want to save up and then upgrade my Everforged Warglaive, the other one, the offhand, to 720. Maybe that's not the best idea. Maybe I should recraft something else instead, like the bracers or something, but we'll see when we get there. I am so happy right now. I don't know. I had fun. I feel like this was a fun episode for you guys to watch, where I kind of suck and I'm having fun with it anyway. I don't know. Just good vibes today. Now I gotta go edit this. Less good vibes, but that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna go edit this. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, and also make sure you subscribe because there's more episodes coming of this character and then a couple of other characters for the All Tanks, All Tens Mega Series. If you made it this far into the video, make sure you include the word learning in your comment, because that is what I'm doing. VDH, there's quite a bit to learn. I feel like I have some basics down and I know how to live, but for the most part, I'm kind of just learning everything and learning every dungeon as VDH. If you do include the word learning in your comment, I will make sure to heart it when I see it. But as always, friends, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.